In peafowl society, there's no such thing as an easy hookup. Nothing happens without elaborate ritual and fanfare.
Peacocks are the most shallow of all male birds. I mean, they go through this whole thing. They turn their back to the female. They rustle their little white fluffy tail feathers, and then they whip around and dazzle her.
What that looks like to a female peahen, I can only imagine, because birds have much more brilliant color vision than we do. They have much more refined color vision.
The male carries all the weight in these encounters. It is he who has to impress, because his chances are only as good as his tail.
It's the male peacock who has the long, showy tail, but it's really female choosiness that's driven the evolution of that tail.
Peafowl think the more impressive the tail, the better the genes they'll pass on to their young. Competition among males is fierce as they go tail to tail in a display called a lek.
It's sort of like an animal nightclub. In other words, the males sing and dance, and the females wander around and decide who they want to have sex with.
These male beauty pageants are make or break for auditioning wannabe fathers. Because in the bizarre world of animal courtship, the stakes are high.
If a female peahen remains unimpressed, the male's out of luck. No sex, no offspring, no genes passed on.
Often it's females who hold the whip hand in the animal kingdom. So what does a desperate male do?
Kangaroos are vegetarians, but they can be fiercely competitive when it comes to courting females. And when they combat each other, feet are their weapon of choice. They're armed with extremely muscular hind legs and enormous feet, which help them to execute broad jumps with every hop. This Bigfoot can cross the vast reaches of the Australian outback with ease, at peak speeds of almost 45 miles an hour. But one thing can stop this speed demon in his tracks: a potential mate. For days during mating season, a male kangaroo, also called boomer, will follow a female. He shadows her every move. But there are plenty of boomers out there, and fights between them will break out often. And that's when the weapons are unleashed. It starts with a quick right jab, then descends into an all-out brawl. This is not just boxing, it's more like ultimate fighting. A favorite tactic? Using the forepaws to grip the opponent and then quickly kicking with their huge clawed hind feet. It's a move that can crush bones, disembowel the opponent, even bring death. Fortunately, a referee breaks up this match before it goes too far. But he can't stop the next generation of Joeys from trying some of their own shadow boxing. This lucky male has already found a female. We call him lucky because we have a cruel sense of irony. Using the small claws on his flippers, he has hooked himself to her shell. If he can get into the right position, he can mate with her. She doesn't make it easy. In fact, she ignores him. The same cannot be said for his competition. In order to take Lucky's place, this rival male has to get rid of him. He attacks Lucky in the only place he can really hurt him, his flippers. Turtles don't have teeth, but their beaks are sharp enough to bite through crab shells. Lucky can't fight off his rival without letting go. All he can do is endure. Could it get worse for Lucky? Oh yeah. A second rival appears. They attack from the other side. Lucky is not feeling lucky. And it's about to get worse. A third rival appears. This is too much for the female. She tries to ditch these losers, but the rivals won't go away that easy. Lucky endures bite after bite. This has to end soon, right? Wrong. More and more males arrive, driven by hormones and unrealistic expectations. Somehow, Lucky holds on. But he's got another problem. Green sea turtles can hold their breath for a few hours if undisturbed. Under stress, that number plummets. The female heads for the surface, desperate for air. The males try to stop her. If they can't cut Lucky off the female, they'll cut off his air. Drowning a prospective mate isn't the best idea. But these males aren't the brightest of the bunch. The female finally escapes. Both take a welcome breath of fresh air. The rivals finally quit trying. Perhaps Lucky deserves his nickname. He's lucky
Hàng
enough.
chục ngàn chú rùa con chui lên khỏi cát và lạch đạch bò ra Thái Bình Dương là cảnh tượng tại một bãi biển thuộc tỉnh Oaxaca, Mexico. Bãi biển Playa del Morro là nơi sinh sản quan trọng của loài rùa Olive Ridley, loài rùa từng thoát khỏi nguy cơ tuyệt chủng do nạn săn bắt. Rùa cái Olive Ridley trưởng thành thường đẻ trứng tại trên 120 bãi biển ở Mexico. Đa số đều đến Morro a Utah và gần Escopilla, tỉnh Oaxaca. Một con rùa thường đẻ khoảng 100 trứng và chúng sẽ nở sau khoảng 4-5 ngày. Trong suốt tháng 11 và 12, hàng triệu chú rùa con được sinh ra tại đây và bắt đầu hành trình ra biển lần đầu. Hơn 20 năm qua, chính quyền Mexico đã tiến hành nhiều chương trình sinh thái nhằm bảo vệ loài rùa biển này, trong đó có việc thành lập các khu bảo tồn và thuê người dân địa phương bảo vệ tổ rùa. Mexico có nhiều loài rùa và chúng thường xuyên đối mặt với những loài săn mồi tự nhiên, thời tiết thất thường, cộng thêm việc con người săn bắt để lấy thịt và trứng. Rùa Olive Ridley được phát hiện tại châu Mỹ và châu Á và nằm trong danh sách các loài có nguy cơ tuyệt chủng của Mỹ.
so sexy, y'all.
I don't know where you're going or when you're coming home. I left the keys under the mat to our front door. For one more chance to hold you close. I don't know where you're going. Get your ass back.
Knew this type of life didn't come with instructions, so I'm trying to do my best to make something out of nothing. And sometimes it gets downright shitty. In fact, when you callin', I don't even know what city I'm at or what day of the week, in the middle of a month, in a year I don't recall. It's like my life's on repeat. And the last time we spoke, I told you I wouldn't be long. That was last November. Now December's almost gone. I'd apologize, but I don't realize what I'm doing wrong. I never know.